August 27th workout breakdown, arms and cardio day. Spoke about this briefly in one of the prior videos about arms and cardio being together very frequently moving forward. Purpose of that mainly, like, it's just you don't need a ton of volume for our biceps and triceps to be effective and make progress there. So it's really easy to fit them in. This first slide right here are just two things I really wanted to do. The problem is that both these kind of need to be done on an island and given their own space and time. So it takes up an entire block. And you also have to, ideally you would warm up for this. But the 2-minute EMOM for running, 100 to 500 meters. Again, we do these for all aero pieces of equipment, something certainly you should be tracking, I would imagine. Take that 3 minutes serious. In a perfect world, you probably have like 5 or 6 minutes to warm up appropriately for this type of aggression on a treadmill. So, if you're watching this video, make sure you guys are on time. Try to get into the running dynamic work before this 3 minutes, because again, there's just no way even 3 minutes is enough to get up to the type of output you're looking to achieve on this 2-minute EMOM. Once you're done with that, you got the 2-minute rest transition. Go find your weight. And then you got a 5-minute EMOM for the single arm clean to overhead, which will perform 3 to 5 reps on each arm. I should have put a tracking marker here, or I'll add it after this video. You definitely want to track this. You don't really care about the EMOM particularly. You just care about the weight and the rep count for the single arm clean to overhead, and really just how it feels, so you have an idea or a reference point for the next time we do something like this. A movement I love. This movement is fantastic, not just physically, but also just flows really well. Single arm is just significantly easier to work through mobility wise for a lot of people, especially me. That it just, you feel more comfortable moving more weight, and it just doesn't rely on so much mobility caveats that double dumbbell does. So you try to take advantage of this. It's an opportunity to go a little bit lighter and just work on technique and aim for the 5 on each side, be 10 total every minute, which is quite a bit of volume for a minute. Or you can just stick to the lighter stuff and work on 3 at the heavier weight, and just take your time and enjoy some of the rest you're going to have in the back of half of each one of these minutes. Following that, kind of to piggyback on what I said at the beginning in terms of it's not hard to really program arms. You stick to the things that work. You stick to the things that have historically always worked, and you just stick to the appropriate weights and you do it fairly consistently. You're going to see some progress. Worst case scenario, maintenance mode in your arms. You don't need an insane amount of volume for this to go well. So alternating 2-minute EMOM, 4 rounds each. You're going to work your way through this. So it's 24 total minutes. Everybody's going to do number 1 together. So stations 1 through 18 will all do the tricep superset. You have 2 minutes to get through it. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Rest for the rest of the 2 minutes. And then what'll happen is one of the groups will move into the jump rope while the other group moves to the pull-up bar. You do your chin-ups and your hammer curl while the other group is jump roping. And then you guys will flip-flop. 2 will go to 3, 3 will go to 2. And then once we've gotten through 1 full round, so everybody's done each number once, everybody will go back to the tricep extension superset and start working their way through 3 more rounds of this, or 4 rounds total. I will urge you to use your normal weights here. So the overhead extension, tricep extension, chin-ups, hammer curls, obviously not the chin-ups. But you shouldn't be racing the clock. Time should not be an issue whatsoever. So not only are you trying to transition between the 2 movements like a true superset, but you are using your normal weights, working your way to failure on the back half of that superset. So 12 tricep extension and 8 to 10 hammer curls. You want to be kind of maxing your weight there, making those last couple of reps not necessarily failure, but very challenging is what I'll say. Knowing that you have 4 rounds of this, especially by the 3rd and 4th round, you should be questioning the weight on the tricep extension and the hammer curls once you guys get there. Either way, I love this setup as well. I know these island workouts right here on block number 1, I know are a lot of times mentally daunting, especially these 2-minute capacity EMOMs. But again, they're for you guys to flag capabilities and reference outputs and abilities, so that all the other workouts we do, you can always reference these fundamental or foundational workouts.